Hello, this is Joe83, and this is round 5 of AOR the season. You can hear already that I've left the party chat in the game by a little bit of a mistake, but also I just thought it'd be quite funny. So we're at Spain. We've got Matt, Riley, and Kez in the party, who are all very entertaining people. So as usual, it's a middle tire quali. So yeah, just doing laps on the hards at the start of the session. Just these won't mean anything, but just something to do in it. So setting 21.6s, really no point doing any of these. My PB was a 17.5 on softs in time trial, but obviously doing a lap on mediums won't really matter. But I couldn't. There's Matt in the chat, in the voice chat again. Coming through the last corner, I've been out of data, so I just had to pit then. And yeah, coming into the pits for the mediums. It's my best lap now. Having people commentate on my lap, which is really helpful. But here we are, going across the line to start the lap. Overtake mode and rich mix and max fuel mix. Yeah, already gained loads of time because last time I'd lean and no ERS. About the 80 meters into turn 1, fourth gear, hitting the inside curb, not taking much of the left hand curb. That curve is pretty dangerous. If you don't do it right, it just spins you out. I just wanted to play it safe on this occasion. Going through turn 3, completely flat out. I've got pretty high wings, so the flatter corners were okay. Just under the shadow for the next corner, fourth gear. Hugging the inside line. Car ahead of me is going to go out the way on the left and braking just at the white thing on the right. And down to third gear, trying to keep it as narrow as possible and running over the green curb and exit. And we're 2 seconds up. Obviously, the last lap wasn't very representative. Matt gets out of the way there. And out through this next section, this corner is very difficult to nail. Done it right there though, and going down towards turn 9, trying to take it as flat as possible, but obviously a little bit of a lift. And Vulcan obviously giving me a little bit of dirty air, but not too badly. And out down towards the next corner, just before 100 meter board, into second gear, and try to get the inside curve nicely. Don't run over the curves on the exit, and going through the final sector now, taking enough of that curve, but not enough to spin you out. Fourth gear to rear, I didn't really like using third, it sort of unsettled the rear a bit. And now going on to the last section of the track, the very twisty section, which I don't really like very much. And our second gear, missed the apex a little bit, the first one, clipping the second one nicely. And down through the final corner, it's going to be almost 3 second improvement now. Down to the line, it's going to be 1 minute 18.6, which Kez is surprised about, which I was pretty surprised about, so I was pretty happy with that. And that left me 8th, which is so close in quali. Look, just over 2/10 off pole, and I'm 8th, which is a little bit upsetting because I probably had at least a 10th and a bit in hand there, which would have put me 5th. But yeah, it's not a bad place to start. Obviously, easy 1 stop on the mediums. The drivers on softs will have to do 2 stops, so they're not really a worry for me. So it's effectively 6th, which isn't terrible. Matt, my teammate, in 4th, and yeah, everyone else on the grid as well. So medium tyres. And the hards around lap 13, but the hards could go basically as long as you want, so it doesn't really matter. And running 35.5 laps of fuel. The setup's right, 8-9 wings you can see there, which is a little bit too high, I realised halfway through the race. But now 5 red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix, and it's a very short hold, and we're away already. And it's been a pretty poor launch, and Kez just ahead of me has got a pretty decent one. So is Boar Hamilton, but Schwitz is already going to go down the left-hand side, so I'm going to just play it cautiously. They're 4 wide up ahead, you're going to not try and get involved there. Kez got down the inside of Matt, and his contact there, and Matt spun in front of me. I've got to try and avoid him, and just about to do that. Unfortunate for my teammate there. And I actually lost the rack end loads. No one actually hit me there. I just got lit up the traction, and yeah, almost spun out there, which would have been pretty bad, but managed not to get damaged. But I'm also down to 13th. And my teammate Matt's in 15th. So everyone apart from Constant Ryan has overtaken me, who didn't spin out. So that's not really a very good start at all. And I'm, yeah, very much compromised for the rest of the race now. And Stewie looking down the inside of Iron Weasel there, but doesn't go for it. But Stewie is one of the fastest in the league. I don't quite know what he did in quali, but he's going to be going very aggressive to try and make up places early on, as he's got the pace to challenge at the front. But I think he bought this his 1 lap on mediums in quali. So yeah, 13th place, just trying to keep it as good as possible. And X-Power spun out on the right hand side there. You can hear Kez talking about it in the party as well. And Stewie is down the inside of Iron Weasel. Constant Ryan thinking about it with me, but doesn't go for it. Matt is around the outside of Constant Ryan. I'm thinking about the inside of Iron Weasel, but no, not quite. And Matt's back up into 13th. I'm in 12th now. And there's still loads of cars going side by side everywhere, just trying to keep my nose clean and not get damaged. And through the last sector now, very difficult to judge where to brake on the first lap with heavy fuel, especially when you're right behind the other car. I've missed the apex of the left-hander very much. And Riley's been pushed off there by a Red Bull, and Stu's down the inside of him. Matt's complaining that I'm slow, which isn't really a surprise, and now going down the straight, and Matt's going to go down the inside and take that position pretty easily. It's going to put me down to 13th. There's cars in the slipstream chain massively on the up ahead, and I'm surprised there's no contact, to be honest. And now through turn 1 again, trying to keep it as clean as possible. Matt's taken a lot more curve than me, pretty well done there. And now through turn 3, back down to second last of the people who haven't spun out yet. And actually, I'm even behind Matt, who did spin out, so that's really not gone well at all. And out through the turn 4, trying to keep it as clean as possible. A lot of dirty air in this position and a very heavy fuel as well. So through the next corner and just ahead, Riley Boy's locked up. Iron Weasel's going to hit him, and that's not going to go well. They've spun out. I'm going to avoid them as well. Matt spun out again. It's all gone wrong, and I'm up into 10th. So I managed to avoid all the crashing again. But that's been all I've done so far, really, is just avoid people crashing out. So yeah, pretty interesting start to the race. Kez being very aggressive towards the racing point, which he's just pushed off into the gravel there. Very unlucky for Joker. And Kez is didn't think he pushed him off, but apparently he did. So very bad driving there from Kesimodo, and now going through the final corner, and Vulcan sets the fastest lap, and I've got back up into 9th place. Is obviously overtaken Joker, and Alex Bova now at lap 7. He's not as quick as I am, but he's actually doing pretty well here. But I'm getting a little bit held up by him now with the dirty air. And Matt's game's frozen by the sounds of it. Let's hear what he has to say. And that's all Matt has to say. He's left the session. I think his game crashed. And that was very amusing in the party, to be honest. But yeah, just behind Alex Boba now. I've been to 6th, trying to close down on him, but not quite happening at the minute. And I know I've got the pace over him because of the previous races. I've been a lot quicker, but I just don't have the speed in the straights. That's as simple as that. So lap 10, I was thinking about an undercut maybe this lap, but I decided to give it one more chance to try and overtake him on track. And through the last corner now, I'm a little bit too far back, it looks like, but maybe into turn 4 if I line one up well. And going down towards the first corner, really not getting anything in the slipstream here, even though I've got Rich Mix overtake mode and DRS is wide open. But these wings are too high, really, and coming through turn 1, taking it nicely, we've closed off a lot, so maybe there's a chance into turn 4. Alex Bover also getting a bit of oversit there, so I'm going to stay with him through the dirty air of turn 3. Maybe there's a chance into turn 4, trying to give to Rich Mix overtake mode again in the slipstream. There's a chance down the inside. I'm going to go for it, try and brake late, but no, just made it a way too tight of a line, really. I maybe could have gone for a move there, but yeah, I messed it up completely. So I'm going to actually pit at the end of this lap for the undercut because I really just can't get close enough. So there's no way really to overtake other than into turn 10, which you've got to be very close for. So not really going to have a chance of doing that unless I get an absolutely amazing run and he makes a mistake, really. So through turn 9 now, trying to take as far out as possible. Obviously dirty air and worn tyres is not really helpful. Alex Bover's broken away a little bit. I'm not too close enough for a move. I'm going to tell Jeff that I'm pitting this lap and go for the undercut. It's a few laps early, so the optimum lap was lap 13, so just a little bit early. So hopefully I can make it work anyway. The Haas can basically do most of the race on their own, so it shouldn't be an issue in terms of tyre wear. It'll just mean that I've got a bit more worn tyres compared to people around me. But if I can undercut Alex Bover, it'll give me track position and should be okay defending, although he might be running really low wings. I don't know, that might be a way of staying ahead. But into the pit lane, trying not to get damage on either wall there, as I've done in the past at this track, and break it down towards 50 mile an hour and getting it slowed down nicely. Into the pits we go, and quite a few of the one stoppers have already pit onto hards, of the two stoppers, sorry, on the side on the softs. Into the pit lane, I'm the only remaining Haas, so no need to worry about being blocked in the pit lane by my teammate or anything. Ben has gone past there. He pitted very early from the softs, so he might be asked to stop again. Teammate Matt goes through. I'm pretty sure he got back in the game, but he crashed out pretty soon after. And I'm ahead of Kez still. So down to 12th, but obviously it's not a net position at all. And down towards turn 1 on cold hards, just trying to not spin out really. And making that okay there. Probably could have taken a lot more speed, but obviously just cold tyres, don't want to spin out. That's it really. And now coming down turn 9, lap 14, few laps later. And Riley and Stewie have crashed. Don't quite know what happened there, but it sounded like Riley completely took him out. And then rejoins almost under the track in front of me. So luckily not, but that's gave me 2 places. And Riley Boy's going all over the place. I'm going to go down the inside of the long right-hander. Matt's now retired from the session. And yeah, it's not going well for him at all this race. And there's now 3-1 to me in the head-to-head in the races, which I'll take as that makes me the #1 driver in my opinion. And now around the final corner, and B.O. Hamilton, TST Alex Bower pit this lap, and there he is in the pit lane on the top right, in the top left, and overtaken him by quite a long way. Or it's a little bit of a distance. I've got the undercut, that's all that matters really. And now I'm into 7th place, and there's also kind of gravel there. It's B.O. Hamilton who spun out. So that's me up into 6th now, which is I'd definitely take after being 13th after one corner. So if I can stay here, I'll be very happy, but I've got a lot of defending to do. You can see a massive train behind it here, started by Stewie, who's recovered from that spin out, and he's going to be going for a chance down towards turn 1. But as we know from battling earlier, my wings are a little bit high, but you can see how far back Stewie is. Really, he shouldn't be overtaking me, but he sets the fastest lap, and he's gaining so much. I'm going to go defensive, but he's just going to swing around the outside. I'm pretty sure like I had some issue. Well, the issue was that I was really slow, and I had really high wings, so I couldn't even defend on the straights. So Stewie goes past into 5th, there's a car in the pits, so I'm still in 6th place, and Alex Bover is just defending from X Power and Mercedes, so I know I'm pretty similar pace to Alex Bover, or a little bit quicker, so that should be fine. But X Power's now got past him, and now he's on the back of me, so lap 23, 10 laps to go. I'm over to 5th again. I'm pretty sure someone else who started on the hard pit. So, but X Power is a lot closer than Stewie was, so he's going to open the DRS, and that closing speed is insane compared to what I was getting earlier. So I'm pretty sure I was running higher wings than everyone else, as if I haven't said it enough already. Round the outside X Power goes, and I can't really hold that off. My tyres are obviously older than everyone else's as well, because I pit at least 2 laps before most people. So it won't make much of a difference, but a little bit of a difference there. And now braking just before the shadow, can't really go for anything else on X Power, and he's going to pull away under the traction quite comfortably. But I've got 2 seconds back to the next 2 cars, which are Alex Bover and Constant Ryan, who is actually on mediums because he started on the hards on the alternate strategy. So he's going to be one to watch because he'll have a lot of pace on his mediums. And then you can see lap 28, only 5 laps to go, and Constant Ryan is onto the back of me. So got to try and hold him off. But I'm running leading no ERS because I'm really low on the fuel, and the ERS was very difficult to save around here, so try and run 0 as much as possible. Constant Ryan now is going to gain so much in the slipstream and swing to the outside, and much like it has been previously, he's going to go straight past me running outside. You might have noticed the party's got a little bit quieter. It's because the other 3 people on the party all crashed out and retired and quit, so yeah, they're just not very good. So now I'm going down towards turn 4, not really close enough for any sort of attempts even, so just keep playing it safe. 7th place now. I actually got a penalty this race as well, my first penalty of the season, which is a bit annoying, but maybe the other cars got more penalties than me, I don't know, but I was just trying to push, stay with him just in case. IS Vulcan wins the race, his first win of the season, and Renault getting another win. I think that's their Renault. I've got it all over the place here, I don't even know what's going on, but I'm quite close to Schwiz and Constant Ryan, so there's still a chance of maybe moving up the places on the penalties, and coming around the final corner, and I'm actually on for a PB at a minute, but I don't know if that's going to happen, and coming across the line for P7, but it's actually going to be 5th, which was pretty lucky, but I'll take it. Yeah, I was pretty horrendous that race, and you can see Schwiz had 11 seconds, Ryan had 12 seconds, so that's P5 for me. IS Volkel wins from Humperdinck and Stewie. Those 2 have been really consistent so far this season. X Power in 4th. In the end, I was actually only about 7 seconds off the podium, so without those problems on lap 1, I maybe had a chance at that, but yeah, there's my amount of times. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't, leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more. Next week is Monaco, so that should be very interesting. And this is JO83, and I will see you next time.